All right, so we are talking about the best neighborhoods in every budget across Greenville, South Carolina. Now, I want you to be aware that every area we're gonna talk about today has houses in these price points. So it doesn't necessarily mean that you won't find a house in the price point in the area you wanna be in. I'm just gonna tell you about the areas that I think you're gonna find the most houses for your budget. As we go through each community and talk about price point, we're going to show you this amazing house that we're walking through. Now, I'm not going to tell you the price yet, so stick with us, but put your guesses in the comments just as we're walking around how much you think this house is going to sell for.
And where you think it is.
Yes, and where you think it is, because honestly, there's a lot of different spots around the area that could have a house that has these massive windows that look out over a goat farm.
Perks of living here.
You know, I think it's pretty cool. They're cleaning the driveway today, which I think is great because everywhere around here is covered in red clay, so they're cleaning it. Anyways, most people start with a $250,000 to $350,000 price point. When you're looking in that price range, where are you going to find the most houses? So I will tell you that if you are looking for more inventory in that range, you're going to be looking in maybe some older areas of the upstate, or you're going to be a little bit further out. Piedmont, Powdersville, maybe even as far south as Belton and Williamston. But you're gonna find those areas in the southern part of Greenville County, almost Anderson County, that have plenty of houses in that price range from resale to new construction. Now, on the northern side of the county, you will also find houses in Duncan, Inman, Lyman. You're gonna find those areas up there that have a lot of new construction, communities that start in the upper 200,000s.
Isn't that actually in Spartanburg County?
Yes, so there are. So Greenville County is actually the largest county in the entire state based upon population, but southern part of Greenville County butts up against Anderson County, northern part butts up against Spartanburg. When I'm driving the area, you go back and forth without even realizing it.
Yeah. Because it splits right down the middle of Greer.
It does.
Which is an area we'll talk about.
Yes. What price point do you think you can find homes in Greer for?
I think it's more than 300 for sure.
Yes, you can find houses in Greer for 300,000. It's not bad. Can we just note really fast this fireplace?
Yeah, I've been like holding my lip to not say anything about it while we were discussing home prices, but this is amazing.
But look.
And it's like 100 feet tall.
It is. It's definitely the main support for this room. You can tell that. Gas fireplace, see-through from both sides. So would you put a dining room table or?
I feel like this side is a little smaller.
Maybe. What I love about this room is these big doors. How tall are these? Like what, 8 foot?
More than 8.
Nine?
Maybe that is 8. That's 8 feet.
About 8?
They're big doors. And then also.
Yes. On the other side too.
On the other side.
So nice patio. You can keep the doors open and have a nice cross breeze going. Very good. Okay. Let's talk about the next price point that most people are looking at.
We can't show them over there yet.
No, we can never show you that. We also can't show you necessarily. There is a favorite part in here. And it's tiny in the entire house.
I know what it is. I know what it is.
Just gonna say.
But this kitchen though.
I know. I mean, I could show them my favorite part of this kitchen now.
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay.
But we should also talk about the next price point.
So your next price point is that $300,000 to $400,000 price range. Now, don't get me wrong here. A lot of people will say, well, if it's perfect, we can go to $425,000 or $450,000. I hear you, but everybody wants a deal. So what we're looking at here is from $300,000 to $400,000. I find a lot of people looking in the Taylors area. Taylors is an area that it doesn't necessarily have a city center like a lot of these towns in the upstate have. They are, however, a long, skinny area that is perfectly located between Greer, it's kind of the northern side of the county, and then also only about 15-20 minutes outside of downtown Greenville, which a lot of people are looking for.
It's really more like 10-15 minutes.
It's really not bad, but you can get in some of the like further reaches, almost Lake Robinson, in your 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yes, but in that 300 to 400 range, there's a lot of established neighborhoods in Taylor's. There are also a good number of newer construction neighborhoods. So if you're looking and you're like, not so sure I want to have new construction, but you want the flexibility of negotiation with a resale, looking in Taylor's is a great option. You're going to find a lot of renovated homes, those brick ranch homes that have been around for 50 years. And the biggest thing there is just making sure that you get all of your home inspections completed. So I would say shout out to ProTech Home Inspections here. They have been phenomenal for many of my clients. And if you are looking for a home and you're like, hey, that sounds like something we need, reach out to the team. We would love to help you. You should go watch our other videos on Taylor's.
Yeah, we have videos on all these areas that we're talking about, but I want to know what your favorite part of this kitchen is, and then I'll show you mine.
It's behind me.
All right, well, let's see it.
Look at the glass doors.
That is, I've never seen a pantry with glass doors in my life.
I mean, I have, but I've seen a lot more houses than you.
Yeah, that is.
Can we just say, of course, it has soft closed drawers.
Gotcha.
But I do love the hardware.
Yeah, that is nice.
This would be a phenomenal pantry. It needs shelving though, and a ladder because I'm short.
But what it does have.
It does have sink, and it has its own ice maker.
Love that.
I love that. Just saying.
Can I show you my favorite part?
Yes.
Okay. I didn't notice it at first, but it's actually right here. These little niches for your spices,
Ooh,
you know?
I love it.
Because I cook a lot, you know, and I know you love a pot filler.
I love a pot filler.
Yeah, I cook a lot, so just having the spices all right there, yeah, it would be great.
I mean, having these drawers are great for pots and pans. And then, I mean, the microwave for us short people is in the island. Highly suggest microwave in the island. There's a lot of counter space. Don't hate me for this, but I will say KitchenAid appliances would look really pretty in this kitchen. Nothing against Frigidaire appliances though.
It is Frigidaire Gallery.
They are Frigidaire Gallery, yes.
We've seen that many times on the channel.
Yes. All right, so you have a full bath. You know I love an updated, like, tile.
Oh, look, it goes into the shower too.
It does. That's really cool.
I like it.
This room, cool. What color would you say this is? Because over here it looks gray. Over there it looks blue.
I'm gonna say navy blue, like it's just a really dark blue.
Yeah? Okay.
Paint's funny though, because you know, the way they like
you think
I tried to paint my room gray one time. It was like called electric gray, and then when the sunlight hit it, it was like baby blue almost.
But what would you do with that room?
Oh, that's an office all day.
Really?
Yeah.
With the fireplace?
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't open this door in our walkthrough.
What is it?
I know.
There's a whole nother bathroom.
There's a whole other bathroom up here. I love it. So 400,000 to 600,000, we are talking about multiple different places. Greenville, Simpsonville, Malden, Greer, just to name a few.
Can we talk about this giant loft?
I mean, it's huge. Would you call it a loft or a bonus room? It could be a bedroom.
It could be a bedroom, yeah. There's closets.
Closets? Closets. All the closets. I mean, if you're gonna walk through it, you might as well. And then there's storage as well. Look at this. Ooh.
Oh, your attic access.
Yes. I will say this, and this is a detail that, you know, I like, is that's really well insulated. It doesn't feel different up here.
No, it doesn't.
No, 400,000 to 600,000. You're gonna find a lot of houses in the upstate, in those areas that are established neighborhoods. that price point is easily 2,000 square feet and above in those neighborhoods. And you're close to things. Being only 10 to 15 minutes from a grocery store is fantastic. And I know that that's a pretty wide price range, $200,000 there from 4 to 6. So in Greer, you're gonna find a lot more homes in the 400 to 600 range, just because that's what the housing market has done up here. You're gonna find so much new construction in that price range. You're also going to find a lot of resale homes in the established neighborhoods. The big trees, the roads have been maintained. It's a big deal.
Okay, last question, because you also mentioned Greenville.
Yes,
and I just want to clarify for the viewers that maybe don't know a lot about Greenville.
So Greenville, for the most part, you have Greenville city limits, all right? It's a smaller area. You can live within Greenville city limits. You don't need to. You can find homes in that price range, 400 to 600 within city limits. But really what I'm talking about is Greenville County. If you go to Malden, for example, Malden is really small, but as you go out a little bit further, you're still considered Malden, but you're gonna have a Greenville address, and you are the county at that point. So just a note that you can live in Greenville all the way out into Simpsonville if you wanted to, but you're gonna be more Simpsonville and not Greenville city limits. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I think so. So what area of Greenville are you specifically talking about for this price range?
Well, here's a great example. I have a listing right now in Arden Woods that is right outside of Donaldson, which is an airport here in the area, mostly military and business aircraft. But that area, it's right there next to Malden. It's practically Simpsonville, but it all has a Greenville address.
Also, Stasas now.
I know, they're modern. I like the modern, yet some traditional flair in this house.
Right, there's a lot of natural wood going on, and like some of this metal on the railing here is nice.
Yes.
It's definitely a good balance, but then you got like the,
In this house, it's appropriate. It looks really nice.
Yeah. Okay, where are we going next?
Let's go this side. Show off some bedrooms. Next, you're looking like I'm actually more in that 600 to 800,000. I think you're mostly going to be looking in that Five Forks, Simpsonville area, but then also looking a little bit closer to downtown. Now, again, there are houses in all of these price ranges everywhere, but I do think that in those areas, you are going to find more homes in that price range without a problem. So,
how do we feel about the corner window situation here?
I think it might be a little hard to put curtains up.
Oh, looky there.
I'm gonna note one thing about this. As a mom, having a kid in this room would make me so nervous.
Yeah, very escapable.
Anyways, Five Forks, Simpsonville area, and I do lump those two areas together because Five Forks, you're not gonna have a Five Forks address, you're gonna have a Greenville or Simpsonville address.
Five Forks is kind of its own thing though. It's a little luxurious over there.
It is. Larger houses, you're gonna find neighborhoods over there. Isn't Hartness over in that area? Yeah, so you're gonna have to hang with me for a second because Hartness is a neighborhood that, yeah, you can find a house kind of in that, I'm gonna say 500 to 800. It's a range, it's probably closer to 6. We found one that was like a 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,000 square foot house. But anyways, okay, so this is cool. In between the 2 bedrooms, you've got a Jack and Jill bathroom. I do love the lighter colored wood for the vanity. I think it matches the granite here really well.
Oh yeah, we got a nice we got some veins going on.
Yes. Ooh.
I know you love these.
I know, it's a button. Okay, then we gotta show off the floor to ceiling tile in here.
Oh, this is the same tile from the other bathroom on the shower.
I do love it.
Earlier.
It's very nice.
But different floor.
Yes.
It's got its own vibe.
It's got a toilet that has a button on the back.
You're snubs.
It's all the buttons. Back to the housing pricing though, what's really nice is you are going to be a little bit closer to maybe to some doctor's offices. You're going to have some walkability. It's also all newer development for the most part in the Five Forks, Simpsonville area. As you get closer to downtown, you're going to see homes more in the historic neighborhoods as well in that price range.
I will say Five Forks, Simpsonville, even Malden, I feel like that area is starting to getting developed like in the 80s.
Yeah.
You see like the older houses in there that you see are like 80s homes,
right.
But there is a lot of new stuff as well.
Yeah, so there's space. And one of the questions we get a lot, is the area getting overdeveloped? Is there too many people? How's traffic? Traffic here is nothing like the rest of the country. I might sit in traffic an extra 15 minutes during rush hour, maybe 20 minutes if there's an accident. I like that there's a door here out to the back patio area.
This house really wants you to go outside.
It really does. It has just, again, windows and doors everywhere. So next we're looking at 800 to $1 million, and those houses, they're just different, okay? So these are more neighborhoods, communities, master plan communities that have everything that you need right there. Some of them will be more established, others will be brand new and still developing. So what we're talking about is we're talking about the Harkness community that I just kind of alluded to. And that community is definitely more master planned. They have homes all price ranges starting at about 600, but they run upwards of $1 million plus.
How do we feel about this?
To me, it adds a little bit of a nautical theme.
Yeah, I like it. I like some different textures going on.
Yeah, it's not bad. I do love it though. I love all of the plumbing fixtures in this house are not the same color. How do you feel about that? Let me know in the comments. Do they need to be all the same color, or are you okay mixing and matching?
Me personally,
yes.
I'm a pretty eclectic person,
yes.
So I would get bored if they were all the same color.
Okay.
Yeah, but also we've got this window situation here again.
With the tub.
With the tub.
So not that I would need to do something here because I don't want to put on a show.
And well, you're kind of secluded from the road, but not from the neighbors.
No.
Right there.
Not from the neighbors. Harkness community, you're also looking at Thornblade. Thornblade, you're gonna see more homes, even $1 million plus. These communities, you have golfing, you have swim teams, you have tennis courts, pickleball courts. You're not gonna be far away from anything.
But Hollingsworth Park also.
Hollingsworth Park, which, hey, we just did a video about Hollingsworth Park.
Well, we were there.
Well, we were there. It wasn't specifically about Hollingsworth Park. However, we did walk the park. So go watch that video.
Yeah. Oh, okay, you were saying about this shower?
The shower, look, there's a rain shower head, then there's a normal shower head, then there's a handheld shower head.
I love it.
It's wonderful.
And we're not going in because there's a blue tape situation.
There's something here, yes.
Yeah, this house is, as you can tell, we're in a new construction home.
Yes. Now I will say that this new construction home is listed by my good friend, Gabrielle Howard with Blue Sky. And they build a gorgeous home. We've actually walked these houses built by them before. So if you are interested in a Blue Sky build and you're like, you know what, Aubree, we love this house. Maybe we want to build a house with them. Reach out to me, reach out to the team, because we would love to get you in touch and would love to help them sell this house. And also, if you're gonna go with a builder, even a custom home builder, make sure you are represented by a realtor and not just going at it on your own, because the agent that is there to represent the builder. You having your own representation makes sure that, hey, I can catch things. I can negotiate the price, blinds, appliances, a fence, into contracts on your behalf. So you want to make sure you have somebody there that is working for you on your side of things.
Yeah. And you know, you also catch stuff.
I do. I catch a lot of things. So builders look at houses, and even this builder, they look at their house all the time. You never know whenever a third party might come through and say, why is this loose? Or what's happening here? That's why you see blue tape on everything.
Which I will say, Blue Sky seems to do a really good job with their houses. This isn't to, dog on Blue Sky, but even if you have a great builder, you should still be represented.
Correct.
Okay, this closet is amazing.
I do love this closet with the built-ins. This way? It has a very small shoe rack though.
I was gonna say, is this enough space for your shoes?
I need more space. This would be my closet. My husband would have to have a closet somewhere else. Though I will say, one of my favorite things these floor plans and this builder does is they connect the owner's suite, the owner's bathroom, the owner's closet to the laundry room. Which, look, they did like cool, funky hardware in here.
Do we feel like this goes with the nautical theme?
I do.
It's kind of like, it's got like a shell
Just a
vibe,
little bit.
Not
much, but
it
does.
It's a subtle seaman vibe.
Yes. Okay, so we're back where we started. Now, of course, there's other price points. If you're looking in a $1 million plus price range, you are going to look for a house like this. And it is something where you're looking all over the place. There are homes in Greer and Taylor's. Travelers Rest, if you want to live near city limits, you can find a house for $600,000. Typical price ranges for a single family home in the TR areas are definitely going to be average of $500,000 to $600,000. Now, I'm skipping back up to $1 million plus. Looking in neighborhoods like Thornblade, like the Cliffs, which we just walked the Cliffs with our friend Jeff, and you will find those properties with views, with upgrades, with large square footage, with the HOA that has everything you could ever want for amenities, while being in a really great location. Regardless of your price range and what you are looking for, I want you to know that what we do for you specifically is we set up our searches. We listen to what's important to you, because it could be that, I don't know, maybe you need to be in this other area and there are less homes in that price range. Or there's lots of homes in your price range in the area, and we will have lots of different things to see. So do me a favor, scan the QR code that is here on the screen, reach out to us, because we help people all the time figuring out where do you exactly want to land. And I want you to know that we make it work, we make it happen, and we'll find something. So I hope this helped. And where do you think we are in this house?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I can just tell you. So we are located right outside of the Lake Robinson area in Greer, South Carolina. And this home, currently listed by my friend Gabby, is $1,099,000. And if you want to know more about the houses that we see, or you're looking for a certain price point, I do want you to go take a look. We were just the Cliffs, and you should go watch our video that we just put up over here. Go say hi to Jeff, go watch us. Let's go see that house in the Cliffs and let me know what you think.